Sir, I thank you for the opportunity given to speak on the railway budget. The initiatives announced by the Honorable Railway Minister are welcome, and it will be more appreciable if the initiatives are transformed into action by earmarking reasonable targets, periodic reviews, and fixing accountability. Railways need to be professionally managed, and for that, you need professionals in all areas of its operation and maintenance. It may be examined how best our technical institutes like polytechnics, food craft institutes, ITIs, etc., can train professionals for railways, and a system could be developed with them through respective state governments. It is also important to create a very good institutional mechanism with the states so that the railway projects, planning, etc., could be fast tracked with the help of respective state governments. Moreover, they will also feel a part of the system and the railway development plans, and thus states could be made stakeholders. Indian Railways is the largest transport network and has tremendous revenue generating capacity. However, its functioning does not appear to abide by the highest standards of governance and transparency. The House would like to know the emphasis that the Ministry has initiated on foolproof accountability and transparency to root out corruption in the railways. All vacant posts at various levels should be filled up, particularly of loco pilots. Any shortfall in trained manpower will compromise with safety of the passengers. An action plan may be initiated to fill the vacant posts during the current financial year itself. Railways must observe zero accident year by learning from own experience and best practices available. The Honorable Minister has announced that railways could be safer means of travel, but it has been now a regular feature that there are thefts, molestations, and even women being thrown out of trains. Hence, crimes in the railways are increasing. There appears to be a lack of crime fighting mechanism in the railways. There is need for coordinated crime fighting effort by the Railway Protection Force. It is a welcome initiative to install surveillance cameras on a pilot basis in select coaches and ladies compartments. However, this needs to be considered in a proper perspective before implementation. The ministry should improve sensitivity and accountability of railway force and offer support and respond quickly to women facing harassment in trains. Cleanliness in the railway sections, trains, platforms, etc. are most important. As a first step, entry of pupil to platforms must be restricted by making it compulsory to buy platform tickets. There should be a number of counters to buy the platform tickets, as people find it difficult to wait for a long time to buy tickets. The revenue so generated from platform tickets could mostly be utilized for cleanliness. The minister in his speech has stressed on the Swachh Rail Swachh Bharat. Indian Railways being the largest transport network in the world, still has no modern facilities at the stations, lacks restrooms and clean and safe food facility. There is considerable scope for improvement of toilet facilities. I would also like to know why the food served to passengers is sometimes kept near toilets. Placing housekeeping persons in each coach will help in cleanliness, which is paramount. Has the ministry prescribed any time limit for completing the pending projects? I would like to know about the projects that have been sanctioned since 2010 and the status of these projects. The ministry may also enlighten on the status of bullet trains and funds collected for such projects through PPP or other investors, and also the tangible improvements made via PPP since the last railway budget. The minister has also announced that the booking period has been extended to 4 months from the existing 2 months, but the people find it extremely difficult to get reservation. Has the ministry taken any concrete proposal to get rid of touts? It has been seen that reservation is not available to people, but seats in coaches remain empty. The government in the white paper has acknowledged that the organization in the past has suffered considerably in terms of investment, capacity, augmentation, and service quality, including customer service. The ministry may please inform the steps taken to make the organization a profitable one, as also to provide quality service. Lastly, I would like to mention about our state, Andhra Pradesh. The reorganized state of Andhra Pradesh has high expectations from the railway budget, as railway connectivity is vital for the development of the state. Several pending projects have shown any considerable project progress. We request the government to provide sufficient funds so that the long pending projects in Andhra Pradesh could be started. Andhra Pradesh has mainly two railway zones, South Central Railway and East Coast Railway. The state has already been a victim of bifurcation, and the budget has not provided any succor to the people of the state.